Right. So, I can refer back to that video about what your body goes through when you've healed, or when you're healing your nervous system, and you actually get a moment to breathe. You know, one of the last things I did with my ex um, was take him to the taping of Snake Oil on Fox, right? And the thing about this setting and from before, I remember this time that his aunt came to my house and she looked in my room. I mean, you can go back in the videos and see what my room did look like. And she looked at my room and said, "Well, why do you have all the posters on your walls?" And I'm looking at this woman like, this ain't his house. He's not on the lease. He don't pay no bills. He couldn't even keep a job until I kicked him out. And I remember feeling like these people are coming over to to the place that I blood, sweat, and tears to, for, and by my family, and have anything to say. I thought that was one of the most, besides a lot of other gaslit slander in that relationship, I thought that was one of the highlights of our relationship, because it really showed me that there are people that will want to come into your life just to siphon your energy, right? And then they go on their business, and when you put up your boundaries and say, hey, I'm not really going for that, then they want to smear campaign you and talk hellacious to whoever will listen, because they then are defeated. But they link up with these people that are just like them, weak, cowardly, and insecure, and want to spin a narrative, right? And I don't have those problems anymore. Finding your power, reclaiming your power, right? I'll tell you another one. When I got divorced, right, my pursuit of revenge was Fox Network. It was Star on Fox that I appeared in. And again, I disagree with something in a relationship. And because a man is so incredibly selfish, instead of owning his shit, he'll want to drag my name through the mud. And I'm, of course, not the only one, but they rally with people that are just like them. So I said that my best revenge was being on your girlfriend at the time's favorite show, so you can see me, so she can love the show I'm on, you know? And I'm getting back into the feel of me, because too long have I been backburned and ignored, taken for granted. And I'm just really like, between, because I actually forgot I'm supposed to be at Family Feud tomorrow. I've had friends that I've had to let go because God has made it apparent to me that I am a Sigma. And I'm getting to the point where it just feels good not having anybody in my energy. Like I just don't want to see a past anything. Hey girl, how you doing? How you been? I'm Fine. Thank you. Because, what's weird to me is the amount of people that will go through my friends list and like my kids' stuff, but they don't have any words for me. These are the people that I look at like, you are freaking insane. Like, check dig. I'm in a whole new relationship, right? But my ex-friends seem to be monitoring spirits to my children still. So there would never be a situation with my new man that I'm going to be like, yeah, I still mess with my ex's children. Or even better, my ex's children that I don't are still talking to my children as if they're buddy. And it's really all clout. They have nothing to do with us. My exes, anybody, or my ex-friends that I don't speak to, they have nothing to do with this. But they keep their relevance on social media. And I find that as an act of desperation. I find that there's a lot of desperate people that I was attached to yesterday, yesteryear, yesterseason. That in my authority with Jesus Christ, I can call a spade a spade. Amen. Hallelujah for confirmation. These poor people and really, I'm actually really, I'm really enjoying my life. But there are times, and just like the last house, when I was like, oh my gosh, I remember when I told my ex-husband and my ex-best friend at the time, I would be here one day. And that was the last house. Now we're in this house. And I don't miss anybody. I've never been more happy to see my growth. Because who wants the cheap way out? Who wants to just fake it? Why? I did my best to encourage authentic, genuine, true behavior to so many people to be excremented on so bad that this era of come up is deliberate, intentional, and on purpose. Deliberate, intentional, and on purpose. And I feel the need to come for everything that's mine. I feel drawn to create things that are intentionally and deliberately for yours truly to enjoy on my own. I do not long for toxic acknowledgement. I never have. That's what makes me different. I don't praise man for anything. With everything that God has given me, it would just be well within my right to take all of my success, all of my potential, and everything that, oh, she's this or that or whatever the people that were closest enough to me wanted to say about my kindness. Well, I'm in my selfish phase. This is the time of my life where I want to double my money. Quite personally, quite unapologetically. Because if you want to see me again, you're going to have to find me. Please stick to those rivers and those lakes that you're used to. Okay? Because my mantra this season is I see why it did not work with anyone. That little bullshit that people want to think they're relevant for, it's crumbs compared. It has nothing on the prosperity and abundance that is destined for me and mine. And that's not a comparison. It never was. I could never compete where I don't compare. I'm saying this as the sun is coming out finally on a rainy day. I know my power. I know what I give. And I know in my absence what I take away. Yeah, we all have things to work on, but I chose to do so. Yes, there's things that we had to learn, but I did it with Jesus at my side. With no regrets. We're happy to be here. Ecstatic to see what God has for me next. And trust me, if he says he's going to blow my mind, I have no expectation for your expectations. I'm living my life on my own planet that has nothing to do with anyone else in the world. No one can take my square. No one can claim my gifts. No one can claim my work. Ain't nobody saying that they coming in with a little itty bitty flag saying they discovered my home to be theirs in front of they people. Every day I'm beginning to realize how aware and awake I am to the past, to the present, and to my future. Mine. That people have tried to steal. Imagine that. Destiny swapping. Copycats. And blah. Is this what you wanted? With all that? Whatever. This is my reality. I guess the more I'm spiritually attacked, the more I upgrade. So please, I'm all for the haterade. Because the more hate that is showered and sprinkled on me, it seems that God's going to take very, very good care of me. I can know that I'm being attacked just how well I'm being blessed. I can see how people talk about me to what actually is the truth. Imagine that. The truth. And we can sleep on the truth for 5, 10, 20, 25 years. But that day will come. And all that evil and foul and haterade, bloop, goes right down the toilet. Your relevance is done. Like you weren't to this. So I don't care what anybody else is doing. Personally, I have my own life, like I have been. But I'm getting all mine. I got my bags and incoming deposits. But I'm just a living example of what happens when you come after a chosen in real life. And I'm learning so much still. Because, yes, I am very curious about what happens to my enemies. I really don't give a fuck. But I care. Because I don't. My babies care about what happens to their fathers. That's about it. Because Lord knows these young ones aren't gonna go through what the eldest one just did with his father. You think my 9 and 12-year-old or 13-year-old are gonna be sitting there like, oh, I just turned 21 and my daddy's bribing me to hurt my mom. Thanks for the hints on what to avoid. Daddy's putting lawnmowers up at the back window because he secretly hasn't. Oh, after 20 years, Daddy still got a grudge. Let me be Team Paw Paw. Paw Paw's in prison. Why? Because I reject you people? Because I block you and I don't answer my phone? Because I move on with my life? I have been with the most evil, possessive warlocks off Austell Road in Cobb County, Georgia. Every single one of them, freaking warlock. With their female witches that just, ooh, Big Daddy's the best. I'm sorry, I'm not a pick-me. You want me to be like her? You wanted me to be like her? Are you sick? I mean, like, I've just been clearing my palate before I start making episodes. But I'm just, you're insane. And the women after me, that's not even, I don't even, it's like the care is only because you tried to kill me for it, literally. The care is because you tried to really come at me like I did something to you people other than live for Jesus. Pray at night. Raise my children in a Christian household. This is why I'm being attacked? Then I must be doing a good job. Here, allow me to continue in peace. And motherfuckers want to come back to me. They secretly hate me so loud because they love me so real. And I'll never be Betty Sue or a Shaquandra, Misha, Disha, or whatever. My name is not Japan. Mm. Hmm. Hi, my name is Jocelyn, and I'm 41, and I'm Star. I have no ego. I'm humble. But from the narrative, I'm I'm the golden kid. That's why everything's been so hard, because it's genuine and authentic for the real ones. Not the ones that can just, oh, let me not deal with myself and shack up with someone else after a relationship. I really learned my lesson. I really got the therapy I needed. I'm really a changed person. And the only thing that changed was my address in my toilet. You know, I just, I think I'm just like, was it worth it? I mean, they must be so happy now. Because every time I look around, oh yeah, I put this on for the gram. Here, let me get my mask and act like I'm happy. I don't know, but I mean, I'm real, and I've never bought it. It never looked genuine. It looked forced. It looks like you're puppets to your life situation and choices. It almost looks like you took the bribe and you have to live out the life that was chosen for you, because your mask wouldn't allow you to choose a good life for yourself. So there is no envy when I can see you are clearly living in hell. Clearly. Especially if you have to hurt someone to enjoy it. Especially when you can really go the lengths in spiritual warfare like you did, and think that you were going to be rewarded. I'm still me. I never lost myself to drugs or the streets or anything else. No, that was simply, those are luxuries I could never afford. I've never been able to afford being strung out. That's a lot of money. I was never the alcoholic. I just stopped drinking because I had to deal with one. Oddly enough, where I sit, I can honestly say I was never the problem. Only to myself, because hanging out with low vibrational people is what dulled my self esteem to make me feel like, oh, but if I aspire and be better, they'll hate me. So let me just dumb myself down on their level. So, because we're equal, right? We're friends, right? You're supporting me, you cheer me on. Even though I feel like a dumbass for having to stupefy myself just to love you. and your ridiculousness and your foolishness and your BS. I'm too sensitive because I care about my own feelings more than yours. Oh, and nobody wants to be wrong, right? So you gotta throw your shade. You have to. Ah, that bitch. I am that bitch. I am that bitch. I freaking rock. Wow. So, this is just a little video diary update on where my head's at lately. Because people have had me fucked up all my life. But it's not as bad as how fucked up I had myself trying to fuck with fucked up ass people. Trying to find validation in fucked up ass people that are in the same place I left them. So allow me to succeed. Allow me the pleasure of enjoying my finest era yet. No shade. You just you just stay over there. Way over there. Because I know eventually someone's going to be at a book signing. Someone's going to want to buy a ticket to see me. Somebody's girlfriend is just going to be like, don't you love her? Why? What's wrong with you? It's happened before. Now, since I'm not distracted by some woman's raggedy ass son in my face about how great his intolerable, foolish, selfish ass is, perhaps now I can get to work and not be distracted. In fact, hey, I just want new people. I don't want to see a face from my past. Don't act like y'all knew me. Don't act like I know you. I don't. I just want to carve out my way and my place in the world. I want to stay in my own lane and do what I want to do because there's enough food around here for everybody. I'm not the only star, but I'm the brightest one in my galaxy. I'm the brightest one in the star in the sky at night. So. I've been hidden too long. My house party.